Hangover gang. It's that time again. It's time for some snowflakery with our man Tom MacDonald. And I've got a feeling that this will be a long ride because Tom always has so much to say. So let's get into it, fellas, with snowflakes. But by the way, snowflakes are feeble-minded people who get upset if someone has a different opinion to theirs and they believe the world owes them a living. So guys, let's get into it. Snowflakes.
If you lie to the government, they'll put you in prison.
The first thing I heard about that was that nice rock guitar. I love the way he comes in and then he just comes straight into the rap. Again, let's listen to these snowflakes, Tom.
If you lie to the government, they'll put you in prison. But when they lie to all of us, it's called being a politician. You think taking guns away will save our kids from the killings, but your pro-choice abortion kills way more children.
Yo. If you lie to the government, they will put you in prison. But when they lie to all of us, it's just been called being a politician. And that is so true, guys. There is a lot of contradiction in that. As in, it's okay for them to lie to us, but if we lie to them, then we will suffer a massive punishment. That is so true. And then our man Tom was going on about the contradiction again between gun law and the right to life, the debate we're having about that. So he says, you think about taking guns away, and you say that if we take the guns away, it'll save the kids' lives, save us from killing the kids. But then you guys are back in, this pro-choice abortion, and that kills way more children, kids, than guns do. If you believe that kids are, once they're in the person's body, that they're alive, so there's a massive debate that needs to be done about that, and Tom's right. So I mean, you can't have one without the other. So if you ban one, you should be banning the other, and vice versa. So yeah, I agree with that, Tom. So let's kick on.
Racist, it probably isn't safe to encourage immigration.
Oh, let's go from the top, guys. Let's go from the top. Let's check it from the top.
If you lie to the government, they'll put you in prison. But when they lie to all of us, it's called being a politician. You think taking guns away will save our kids from the killings, but your pro-choice abortion kills way more children. If America's so terrible and racist, it probably isn't safe to encourage immigration.
Guys, that is so true. If you believe that America is so racist and so bad, why is it that so many people are literally trying to get into America? And it's exactly the same thing here in the UK, where we have a bad reputation all around the world, etc. But so many people are literally willing to die to get into the UK. I don't understand that. There's some sort of hypocrisy or contradiction about that, guys. But it seems that, we're such a bad society, such terrible people. Well, why is everyone trying to get into our country? That's a question that needs to be asked. It really does.
Just saying, all the contradictions are embarrassing. You know who hates America the most? Americans. Trigger warnings.
I love that. You know who hates America the most? Americans. It's the same here in the UK, people. Exactly the same. There's a lot of self-hatred. A lot of self-hatred, guys. It's mad.
Used to be on TV for seizures, and now they're everywhere to protect millennials' feelings. He, she, his, him, hers, them, they. Screw a pronoun, because everyone's a retard these days.
So this person here, I didn't know at the time, but I know now, that's a famous transgender person called Blair White. And it is really good and it's really encouraging to see Blair White here come and support our man Tom. Because the thing is, all these people, as I said to you before, they have an agenda. This is a weird and wicked agenda these people have. And they believe that just because you're transgender, you're gay, you're black, you're this, you're that, and a third, whatever, you're going to agree with their agenda. That's not true. Because as we are people, first of all, we're human beings, and we do not like to be patronized by anyone. And this person here, Blair White, she is right to come up here and give the finger, give the bird to all these idiots, whatever, because Blair White speaks for Blair White. The government doesn't speak for Blair White. All these other numbskulls don't speak for Blair White, and it's the same for me, because I'm the same with the Black Lives Matter thing. these people don't speak for me. They don't know my life. They don't know my journey. So don't speak for me. Please do not speak for me. Do not patronize me. And basically, what I was going to say here is Tom is picking up on a lot of things here, a lot of contradictions and hypocrisies that are going on through all these agencies, the government, and all these groups, who are, meant to be supporting and fighting for us. Don't get me started, people. Don't get me started.
Here preaching at the protest that hatred's the problem, but hating straight men, white folks, and Christians is common. Coca-Cola telling people they should be less white. They preach intolerance, but if you disagree, they fight.
And that's another thing. I mean, companies like Coca-Cola have done some of the worst things to peoples from all around the world to get to the position they're at. So it's really nice and fresh and rich for these people, Coca-Cola, who've made billions and zillions, to now turncoat and change their approach. I don't think so, and I won't forget what Coca-Cola have done. So don't come to me now, Coca-Cola. Just stay in your lane, boys. Stay in your lane.
There's a race war here, elections based on fear. Black lives only matter once every 4 years.
Oh, that was good. There's a race war here. Everything's based on fear. Black lives only matter every 4 years. And that is true. What have they done in the intervening 3 3/4 years for Black Lives Matter? Nothing. Only every time an election comes around, when they need our support or your support or whoever's support, that's the only time they put time and invest time and money and energy into you. Otherwise, you don't mean anything to them. You don't mean anything to them, because they only want you or need you when you can do something for them, but they'll never do something for you. Just remember that, people. What are you doing for me? Not what can I do for you. What are you doing for me? And if they're not doing anything for you, then I don't think you should really be supporting them.
And every one of us benefits. Give welfare to the bums and forget about the veterans.
I'm just going to rewind that now. Oh, that was the picture there. So on Tom's dungarees, I like that fake woke. That's good. He's wearing the shades there as well. Yeah, he looks good. Looks good. Don't talk to me about woke. I don't want to know about them fools.
About the veterans, black folks and white folks divided by the news, but we.
Hold on, guys. I missed something here. So let me just rewind a little bit further. Sorry, there's a lot of noise going on in the background here, so I do apologise. And it's quite late at night, so I'm not speaking as loud as I normally would do. So apologies there again, guys, because it's nearly been night, so I apologise. But hopefully you can hear what I'm saying in my sentiments.
There's a race war here, elections based on fear. Black lives only matter once every 4 years. Soldiers died for this country, and
soldiers died for this country.
Every one of us benefits. Give welfare.
So soldiers die for this country, and every one of us benefits.
To the bums and forget about the veterans.
So he said, soldiers died for this country, every one of us benefits. And he said that we are giving more to the bombers who are actually trying to destroy the country. What the heck is that about? What the heck is that about? Let me rewind that. That's just mad. Mad.
Once every 4 years, soldiers died for this country, and every one of us benefits. Give welfare to the bums and forget about the veterans.
So yeah, we give welfare to the bombers and forget about the veterans. It's just a twisted logic in this place, isn't it? Everything is helter-skelter. Everything is topsy-turvy. So you've got bombers trying to destroy the country that you live in, and yet you are rewarding the bombers for destroying your country. And whilst the guys who are actually trying to fight and keep your country safe are getting nothing and getting ignored and getting kicked to the curb, that is just so wicked and cruel and beyond my fathoming. And as I said before on another reaction, I've come to the States many times when it's been Memorial Weekend, and I've come, because that's the second bank holiday in May, Memorial Weekend, and I've been there and I've talked to the soldiers, I've talked to the people in the Navy, I've talked to the people in the Air Force, and these are really nice people. But the way they're treated by the governments, and it's not just in America, it's all around the world, they treat the soldiers like scum. And yet these are the guys who put their lives on their line to fight for you and me. How disgraceful is that? And then you tell me that you want to give benefits to these guys who want to murder and kill the soldiers and kill you in your beds? How? Let's move on, guys. Don't get me started. It's late at night and I can't talk too loud.
Black folks and white folks divided by the news, but we are all the same. We are red, white, and blue.
black folks and white folks divided by the news, but we're all the same. We're red, white, and blue. It's so true, guys. It doesn't even need any more explanation. The only explanation need to know is divide and rule. Divide and rule. That's it. Divide and rule.
Ashamed to be American? Okay, that's cool. Cause honestly, we are all ashamed of you too. Y'all are so fake. Oh no. The forecast said that there'd be snowflakes. Whoa.
The forecast said that there'd be snowflakes because you're so fake. Tom, you've hit the nail on the head, my man. You've hit the nail on the head.
You can make us see it your way. No way. Gasoline and propane. More flames.
Like that gasoline and propane. You pour that onto flames and that's what they want, guys. They want total chaos. They want everyone just fighting each other and not actually looking at the real picture.
No more snowflakes. They set us up to fail, that's what they built the system for. Put an ammunition shop across the street from a liquor store. Empowering women used to be different than this before. The role models got OnlyFans or dance on a stripper pole.
Oh my goodness. That is so true, but this has been going on for hundreds of years. Because if you look back through history, whether it's in America, whether it's in the UK, anywhere, why is it that they have a liquor store in America, but in UK it was a pub, a church, and what was the other thing all on the same road? They had all these things which just lead you into that circle of just madness. I've just forgotten it now. So guys, I forget that. But it's funny because the church is meant to be your salvation, but the pub is your damnation. And there was one other thing on if you looked at every street corner, there was a church and a public house on every street corner. So you went from going to the church on a Sunday morning for your salvation, straight across the street to the public house to drink and go for your damnation. This has been planned forever, people. I can't remember what the third thing is, but I'll remember that in a second. Trust me on this. Trust me. Tom is right there. And the other thing Tom was saying was about women. Women were strong. I grew up seeing strong women, whether it's on the TV, whether it's in film, whether it's even in music. It's only in the last so many years. Women are still strong, but the way they are portrayed is wrong. A woman does not need to portray herself in sexual like that with no clothes on and all this sort of nonsense. I call it nonsense, but right now you've got, I shouldn't mention any names, I'm not going to mention names, whatever, but they're doing things that are quite disgusting. But they don't need to, because the thing is, a lot of them are talented. They're talented singers, they're talented dancers, actresses, blah 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 blah. They don't need this to sell. They don't need it to sell. But for some reason, this is what they're pushing. They're pushing the stuff. And the sad thing is this is what our children are seeing. So they're saying, well, you need to be half naked and gyrating to make it in this business. You don't. You do not. You do not. You do not. You do not. Remember that. You do not need to go the way that they're portrayed to make it in this business. Trust me on that. And Tom is a living example. He's going against the grain. People are beginning to wake up that Tom is correct, and the other ones, well, okay, let's keep going, guys. It's late and I can't chat loud. I wish I could, because I'd bust them speakers, boy.
Screw it, I ain't tripping, I don't mean to be mean, but if our children are the future, then our future is bleak. They take it out.
You see, if our children are the future, then the future is bleak. The children are growing up seeing all of this. They're seeing this nonsense. They don't need to see this nonsense, but this is what they're growing up, and they think this nonsense is the norm. It is not.
Raw to focus, hit McDonald's to eat. They're addicted to phones and they take Xanax to sleep.
They're addicted to phones and they take Xanax to sleep. And I think it says something about Adderall as well. So you've got things like attention disorder, and then when they are paying attention, it's not to the right things. They're, paying attention to phones and all the other bits and pieces, all the apps, etc. on the phones. That's just madness. Whereas growing up, back in the days, we actually went out, spoke to people, played games, we read books, we had a laugh, we socialized, They're putting us in boxes, folks. They're putting us in boxes.
They blurred the lines dividing communism and democracy. In 2021,
they blurred the lines between communism and democracy. That is so true. That is so true, people. Like if you look and see what's going on in this world, it's quite scary. It is quite scary. So I mean, what is democracy these days? because I always thought democracy was freedom of speech. But day in, day out, because we got these people like social justice warriors, we got the PC brigade, do not get me started on them. There is no free speech, because if you do speak your mind, you could end up in jail.
Paint the Patriots as Nazis, the men playing women's sports get trophies for winning. Like, great, let's celebrate.
So I'm going to have to rewind that. Did he say that if they now call us patriots Nazis? Really?
Democracy. In 2021, we paint the Patriots as Nazis, the men playing women's sports get trophies for winning. Like, great, let's celebrate a man for beating some women. If you're black, your life matters, you're supposed to embrace it. If you're rich or you're smart, then you're probably Asian. If you're gay, then you're brave, all of that I'm okay with. But if you're white, the stereotype is you are a racist. Blaming capitalism like that's the reason things are tough. While you tweet from an iPhone and sip on a Starbucks, you're supporting what you stand against, you don't think you are, but a Percocet addict don't donate money to pharma. Damn dog, we're all afraid to speak the truth, and the more afraid we get, the more we hate the ones who do. You're ashamed to be American? Okay, that's cool, cause honestly, we are all ashamed of you too. Y'all are so fake, oh no, the forecast said that there'd be snowflakes. Whoa, you can.
I like that Tom's got his whoa. Oh, sorry, my headphones. Whoa. That's one of my favourite Tom things. Whoa. Love it. Love you, Tom. Keep going.
Make us see it your way. No way. Gasoline and propane. More flames. Oh no. No more snowflakes. We can all get along, but there's no stopping.
Them purge horns are back. I love them horns. Them purge horns always tell me, warning, warning, warning.
Everybody's wrong, that's a real problem. They don't want to hear it, but they still talking. Soon enough, we running out of options. This ain't gonna end till it's in the coffin.
This ain't gonna end till we're in coffins.
We ain't gonna be friends till we try to squash it. I don't know how we can make amends or we drop it. Snowflakes melt when it's hot, kid.
Snowflakes melt when it's hot, kid. Just remember that, snowflakes.
All are so fake. Oh no. The forecast said that there'd be snowflakes. Whoa, you can make us see it your way. No way, gasoline and propane. More flames, oh no, no more snowflakes.
Them purge horns. Oh, Nova Rockefeller did a great job. Oh man. Guys. So that was our man, Tom MacDonald. Snowflakes. That is another great track. I mean, literally, I could have gone on for hours on that. There was so much that I wanted to say. So much has escaped me on this, guys, but Tom MacDonald has dropped another bomb. I remember when this came out, I was like, oh, is this even going to get played on the air? Oh, because Tom is talking a lot of truths, you know, and people don't like the truth being told. They do not like the truth being told. And again, if you do tell the truth, they do not like who is telling the truth, you know? So it's like if someone's bringing you bad news or someone's bringing you any news, sometimes, you know, you shoot the messenger. So please, God, keep Tom safe. You know, we need to keep him safe. But guys, snowflakes. I've been meaning to drop this for a while, guys, because yeah, I have my own issues with snowflakes. You know, I mean, yeah, if you're with them, then yeah, they love you, blah blah blah. But then if you challenge them, they don't like it. And then not only do they not like it if you challenge them, then they make it look like you're the bad person. They make, you know, that you're the big bad wolf, etc. You know, that you're the bully, you're victimizing them, which is totally not the truth. All you're doing is you're just challenging what they're saying, you know. And I think in a democratic society, you should be able to challenge anything and everything. You know, like if someone says the sky is blue, you should challenge that and say, well, why is the sky blue? What makes the sky blue? Because you shouldn't accept on face value what people tell you. Trust me on that, guys. Trust me. But anyway, so Tom was dropping some science on this track. He was dropping bombs and duels. You know, Tom drops them. And not only does he drop jewels and bombs and science, and he's dropping knowledge, but he's dropping it in every single bar. He's dropping so much knowledge, it just takes too long to go through. But my man Tom is right, and guys, I absolutely love that. That's a 10 out of 10 for me, guys. I love the way the music flowed. I love Tom. Oh, the guy, I mean, literally, he must have a plan before he writes his rhymes of where he wants to go. You know, it's almost like that board where you stick all the pins in, and then you stick the sort of the string around it, so you know sort of the route of where it's going. Do you know where you see in the crime movies and things like that, you see the police do that? Because he's going from here to there, but in different nodes. Is it nodes and nodules? Is that the word? Nodes and nodules? He's going to different, you know, but he knows where he's going. He knows the end point, but he's meandering around and around, and he's dropping little jewels. He's dropping little. Do they call them little Easter eggs? Or I don't know what you call them, but he's dropping little things there for people to look at and to unravel and just to think about before he actually gets to that end goal. Oh my gosh, this guy is just great. I love what he does. I've always loved what he does. Totally love what he does. And that video from Nova, that was actually above and beyond. It was epic. I mean, we had Blair White in there. Good on you, Blair. That was fantastic. You know, that video was awesome. Absolutely brilliant. I loved the sort of the military kind of feeling that as well, etc. It was great. It was really, really good. Loved it. Guys, that's the end of my synopsis and my briefings and my summaries of, you know, what I've seen and what I've heard tonight. I absolutely adored it. It was fantastic. But please, can you like, subscribe and share with your friends, and please hit that notification bell to let you know when I'm dropping more reactions. Sorry guys, it was a bit low key because it's really late. It's literally nearly midnight. Everyone's asleep, so I couldn't go over the top, you know what I'm saying? But please, can you like, subscribe and share with your friends, and please hit that notification bell just to let you know when I'm dropping reactions. Please, can you stick with Urb'n Barz, because together we're going on this journey. Trust me, and this journey is not going to stop. It's not going to stop until we get to the very, very top, guys. It's not going to stop. Trust me on that. So Hangover Gang, please let me know in the comment section what you thought, good and bad. And yeah, just have a great evening. Thanks for watching, and take care of yourselves. I always say, take care of yourselves, guys. Have a great evening. Thank you.